It's episode 41 of the RebelRebel podcast. We're a podcast for creative rebels and entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Michael Dargy. I'm super excited for this episode because I get to hang out with LAN Chi. She's the motorcycle operations manager of Too Cool Motorcycle School, and if you ever wanted to ride a bike and thought you couldn't, you need to listen to her story. She's amazing, thoughtful, and a kick-ass rider who cares deeply about making sure that you have a great experience on two wheels. A huge thank you to our sponsors Make More Creative for the killer studio and support, and of course the Friday Sock Company for making every day feel like Friday. Check them out at FridaySocks.com or socially at FridaySockCo on Instagram or Twitter. Without further ado, please welcome LAN Chi. I'm here with LAN Chi in the Kensington studio. And LAN Chi, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, actually.
Awesome.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. I got my motorcycle out.
I see that.
I've been out riding, doing battle with the gravel, which is good times, but I couldn't stop myself.
Well, if you know how to ride over gravel, why not, right?
Right. Have you got your bike out yet?
I did.
Uh-huh.
I got a new GS this year.
Oh.
So we took it out to the lot for a few minutes just to get myself used to it. And
yeah.
Because it's quite a lot bigger than the bike that I normally ride, which is the 600
Yeah.
So.
Well, so let's back up a second.
Okay.
So So you ride motorcycles, which is, lots of women ride motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
Not as many women ride motorcycles as I think should.
Right.
But you are certainly one of them out there in the world. You are not a large person.
No.
You're not tall. You're actually quite small.
Yes.
But you ride a pretty big freaking bike.
You could say that.
Yeah.
I could fit two of me on my seat. Like the.
That's awesome. And you are also involved in the sport as a motorcycle operations manager.
Yes.
For quite a renowned school here in Calgary. Why don't you sort of fill us in on who you are in that world, and then we'll get to you, personally.
Okay. So in terms of Too Cool?
Yeah. Tell me.
There we go.
Give me
Too
the whole.
Cool.
Give me the whole thing.
So Too Cool Motorcycle School was around since 2003. Mm-hmm. They did pretty well.
Yeah.
And then along I come in 2013 to take the course.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it so much that I stuck around long enough and got to know the guys and everything. And next thing you know, I'm getting married to the owner and now taking over the office, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to learn how to ride a motorcycle?
Takes me all the way back to junior high. Actually, first conversation about motorcycles was with a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And we were just joking around, and she said, I don't think your mom would ever let you ride because your mom's so strict. Right. Traditional Vietnamese.
Yeah.
But so I thought, okay, well, I'll just see. And I turned over and I said, Mom, would you ever let me ride a motorcycle?
Yeah.
And to shock, and then, as she said, yeah, of course, why? And I was thinking, is this a big joke or something?
Is she from Vietnam?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, of course she would, because...
But thinking about, in Vietnam, motorcycles is, those little scooters, basically.
Yeah, true.
But I guess Mom didn't consider the size of the motorcycles over here and how much power they have in comparison.
Yeah.
Not until later on when I started riding.
Yeah.
And she saw my first bike, at which point she kind of had reservations about what she said back then.
So what was your first bike?
I got a Cowie Ninja 300.
Cool. That's a good, decent size.
It was a great bike to learn on.
Yeah.
So.
And do you prefer sport bikes over adventure bikes over street bikes? What's your deal?
Initially, if you had asked me when I first started, I would have thought sport bike and that I wouldn't spread anywhere beyond that.
Yeah.
But Trevor convinced me, Trevor, who's the chief instructor and my husband.
He's been on this show before.
Yes. To anybody who hasn't heard the other podcast. But he convinced me after many times of coming after me about it, is to come and try the Taste of Dirt.
Right.
Where, he spends a few hours just kind of showing a few dirt skills.
Yeah.
And the whole purpose of that was just to get people to be safer on their bikes, because if you have a little bit of dirt experience, it actually helps out on your street riding.
Right. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah. Gravel. It's that whole loose surface, right? And understanding the skids and whatnot. Right?
Yeah.
So reluctantly, I went out there. He put me on the bike, told me to stomp on the rear brake, which I didn't do because I'm not used to stomping on the rear brake.
Yeah, right.
And also because I'm not much for stomping around and being really hard on things.
Yeah, okay.
Back to my whole size and whatnot. But so he had made a little adjustment. Next thing I know, I'm skidding the back tire, and I thought that was pretty fun. And we went out to McLean Creek afterwards. And from there, I started being able to ride on gravel and just these little experiences, and then graduated to riding on Next D250, which is a pretty tall bike as well.
Yeah.
And then the DR650, also a tall bike, and Tippy Toe teeter-tottered on that, but it was really fun, And
what do you say to people? And I don't want to make a deal out of this, but motorcycles are two wheels, and when you're tippy toe on a motorcycle, people freak out if you're short. Yeah. So, how do you help people overcome that? Just by being an example?
I think so, because I do notice there's times where I'm up at the lot and some of the students will ask, oh, well, what bike do you ride? And if my bike is there, I'll point out which bike, and they're always shocked, like that one or the one next to it.
Right, yeah.
And I always tell them it's a matter of confidence.
Right.
Because back when I took the course, if anybody were to say that one day you're going to be riding that bike, I would have said, no way.
Yeah, forget it, right?
Because even at that point, just being on the balls of my feet on a stock height Ninja was a lot for me.
Yeah, for sure.
But the thing is, it's about building that confidence and the practice that takes you there.
Yeah.
Right? And just the team at the school, their patience and, just belief in that you can do this really helped.
That's awesome. Yeah. So your GS, what size is that?
It's the new 750.
Oh, cool.
So it's...
That's a big, heavy bike.
It is. I got it factory lowered, but I'm still on my tippy toes on it.
Yeah.
But at least it's not way up high that I have to come off the seat to stop. Right?
Oh, that's cool. So as your role, your role at Too Cool is varied, I would say.
Yes.
But what would you say is kind of your primary goal when your day-to-day? Because you guys are just starting your season now. What sort of things do you see? How do you help people? That sort of thing. Is that even your thing? Do you want to help people, or do you just want to, get them on the bikes?
No, I hate helping people. No, I do a lot of things, but my main thing is to make sure that our students are comfortable and understand, what they're about to get into.
Right.
And to be prepared as best that they can be.
Yeah.
And my big thing is those who don't think they can do it. Most of the calls where I'll get a call and, generally it's, okay, I want to register for a course. When can I start? How much is it?
Yeah.
Do you provide gear and stuff?
All that.
But then I get the calls where it's, I've thought about riding. I've always wanted to. It looks really fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I can do it. And then it's a matter of, well, why do you not think you can do it?
Right.
And the stories vary from, my size.
Yeah.
I'm really tiny, or there's ones where the story is that I've tried it before and was really discouraged from my experience, whether it was a family member who tried to teach them and didn't have the patience, or if they went to a particular school and didn't have a very good experience.
Right.
I've even had stories of people who have come out of, bad relationships, and they haven't ever been able to do anything for themselves.
Oh, wow.
And this is the one thing,
Yeah.
that they really want to do,
Right.
and they want to take that step. But
That's inspiring.
yeah, and so when I look at that, it's just, because I can't come from one, it's always being told that you're way too small.
Yeah.
You can't do this.
Right.
Because I'm 5'2",
Yeah.
now I'm 80 pounds, but back then I was like 70, 75 pounds. Very like tiny frame.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people just, you can't do it. The bike's too big. You won't be able to hang on to it.
You can't
control
handle it. You're just a
Yeah.
little girl.
And even now, a lot of people are surprised. Oh, do you ride your own bike or just are you a passenger?
Oh.
And I have to say, I actually do.
Yeah.
And then the next question is usually, well, how do you manage that?
Right.
And it's just fine, actually.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
so-
really freaking good.
Thanks. But, and I look at that and it's just, I know what it feels like to be told that you can't.
Right.
So I left it until 2013
Yeah.
to do it. And also, in terms of coming out of bad situations,
Yeah.
I absolutely understand that too.
Oh,
Is
okay.
I wasn't able to do the things that I wanted to do.
Oh.
And so when I hear those things, it hits
Yeah.
a nerve, and it's just, no, you can. And I know you can because I did it,
That's awesome.
so sometimes our phone conversations might go on for an hour and a half,
Yeah.
but I'm more than happy to take that time out to let them realize that, if you really want to do this,
Yeah.
I'll help you as best as I can.
Yeah.
And I'll even come out to the lot if you want to sit on a bike and see what it's like. And if you want to talk more about this, we can do that too.
Awesome. Now, I should point out that this show is not a plug for Too Cool Driving Motorcycle School, but I will tell you what. I mean, it is without question the best motorcycle school I've ever encountered in my life. Now, I am biased, obviously, but just hearing that story means so much to me because it's, riders are unique. They're unique.
Absolutely.
And the circumstances and how you come to it and the decisions that you make when you decide to ride and then overcoming obstacles. I mean, geez, Louise, that's a big thing. So I'm so happy that you're out there doing that and helping people find the love.
Yeah.
So-
And that's the thing, it gives back to me.
Yeah.
In that at the end of the day, when I see them finish the course
Yeah.
and, I look back at, like, look where you came from.
Yeah.
You came to me so nervous and you did it.
Right. And now they're doing a road ride down Crowchild Trail.
Yeah,
And, merging into traffic. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I actually have, there's one student in particular who's become a friend as well. I hope she doesn't mind, but her name's Charlotte.
Yeah.
She had called me and she said that she wanted to ride.
Yeah.
But she had a bad experience, from an ex before had tried to teach her and
Yeah.
basically told her that she had no right to ride because she was terrible at it and
Oh my
didn't
God.
have the patience to teach her. So I told her that she was fine. And then her next concern was, well, I'm smaller, so I don't know if the bikes will fit me. So I told her, I said, well, why don't you come down to the lot?
Right.
I'll meet you there. We'll sit on some bikes, make sure you're comfortable,
Yeah.
and then we'll go from there. And so going from that and seeing her throughout the course,
Yeah.
and then seeing her come back and do Taste the Dirt, taking our private dirt course,
Yeah.
doing our off-road course. She bought herself a 250L
Yeah.
and CRF 250L, and then she went out to the island and did our island tour
Oh, awesome.
just this past fall.
Yeah.
She was nervous about riding the DR650,
Yeah.
but then she was fine with it.
Right. Once you get on it.
Yeah, and then when Trevor went down to Yamaha Champ School
Yeah.
in March, she decided to go as well.
What?
Yeah,
No way.
she did, and
Holy crap.
really nervous about it. And
Yeah.
I said, you know what, you'll be fine. And she was even told by somebody, oh, just buy yourself, take the money instead, buy yourself a cheap little track bike and go to track days. And she's really upset about that.
Huh.
Because she's a person who wants to learn. She wants to grow in the sport.
Right. Push herself.
And here they are telling her that, no, she wouldn't get anything out of it. Right. And
Sorry, the champ school was telling her that?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
no,
okay. I was like, wait a sec.
Somebody else, she had gone to a motorcycle show.
Oh, my God, really?
Yeah, and she was excited. And she said, I'm going to be doing this. And they said, it's a waste of your money.
Wow.
Take that money, buy a cheap little bike, go to track days. Because you can have a whole bunch of track days. So we had a discussion on it. And it was just, well, what would you learn in the end, right? Yeah. And so our joke now is like, well, you know, I could have gotten a little track bike and gone to the parking lot and gotten a selfie, you know, because she would have been too scared to do anything, you know, because what do you practice? And even if you tried, now you're practicing the wrong things.
Right. So how did she like champ school?
She had an amazing time.
Yeah.
Didn't want to get off the track, apparently.
Right. Yeah.
And the great thing is that they had cold weather too.
Yeah.
They had rain.
Oh, nice.
And, you know, as just like everybody else, she had those challenging moments, but she pushed through them. And I guess she's already talking about going to other champ events as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's...
Oh, that is kick-ass.
Looking at other bikes and...
Unreal.
Yeah, it just took off. So,
Man.
You know, ones like that, I just love seeing the outcome of that. It gets me so excited. And I get that whole proud moment of, you know, like a parent, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things is that whole motorcycle operations manager shrinks down to mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in the beginning we joked about that because I'm kind of like a mom to everybody.
Right. Well, you're making sure that have you got your lunch packed?
Yeah.
Have you got your boots?
Yeah.
Right?
And then at the end when they graduate, it's just like, oh, my kid's going off to college.
Oh, that's awesome. God, that's so cool.
So
have you like and I don't want to make this episode just about women riders, but I think that it's important to make that distinction too. Do you see more women riders now than before? Like, is it an increase? Are we seeing more women riders on the street? Because I seem to see them more.
There's definitely an increase, yeah.
Nice.
And in terms of, you know, the registrations, I find that the women are coming out for registration before the men are.
Really?
Yeah.
Love
at
it.
this point. And it comes to the point where I'll look at a class and I've got all the girl spots booked up. And it's like, where are the men? Come on. You know? But yeah, and I think we're getting to the point where it's just, we can do it too.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, hell yeah, you can.
Yeah. So, and it's great to see that they're realizing that they can. So,
yeah. Well, it's amazing. Well, I mean, and I'll say it again, you guys have such a great team up there teaching, not only from the intake and, you know, you helping people like realize they can do it, but when they get there, the support that they get on the lot and on the bikes. And I know firsthand how great you guys are.
Thank you.
That's really cool. Are you a slow rider or a fast rider, or are you both?
Let me see. I would like to be able to go fast at a track.
Yeah.
But again, there's that fear factor that I was mentioning earlier is that once you have kids, it seems to, I have at the back of my head, you can't hurt yourself because you're responsible for these little two lives.
Yeah.
And then also because of my responsibility to the school as well.
Yeah.
Just the fact that I have so many things to take care of.
Right.
So that's always on the back of my mind.
Yeah.
But I, you know, generally in terms of just riding on the street, I like to be able to just enjoy my ride.
Nice.
Because if I'm in a hurry to get somewhere, I'll fly there.
Right.
Right. But in terms of in an airplane, not flying super fast.
Yeah, on the back wheel of a motorcycle down Crowchild Trail.
Yeah. And because that's the thing is the motorcycle is there for me to just enjoy everything that being in a car doesn't allow me. Right?
Yeah.
The
Well,
sights,
you can smell stuff.
Yeah, the sights and the sounds, and it's about finding that sense of freedom.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just get in your car, go from point A to B, and that's it, right? But
so true.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a leading question. I'm going to be honest with you, because I've got a present for you.
Oh.
So our new sponsor is a Friday Sock Company.
Oh, wow.
And they do ethically made purposefully mismatched socks. So the socks I just gave you are turtles on one sock.
Yeah.
And rabbits on the other.
Thank you.
Fast and slow.
Nice.
So I think that, when you're riding, you can maybe have the turtle on the left foot, or it depends on how you're feeling that day. You can,
right.
Or when you're going to the track, you put the hairs on the right foot, or I don't know.
Be on the left, because that's the shifter.
Shifter.
Yeah. It's brake.
There you go. You put your turtle on the right for your brake, and hair on the left for the shift.
Yeah.
Hear that, Friday Sock Company?
Speedy.
Motorcycle socks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now Trev's going to be jealous. He's going to want socks too.
Right. Well, he didn't get socks because we didn't have a sponsor back then.
Oh, I see.
Sorry, Trev. Guess you're going to have to come back on the show.
LAN Chi special.
That's right. It's for LAN Chi. It's not for Trevor. So you guys are just starting your season now. By the time this episode comes out, you guys will actually be a little bit further down the season. Do you guys have any plans for Stampede this year? Just going to take it off? I know in the past you guys have gone on trips.
Yeah. We always take it off because trying to bring a new group of riders onto the road when we have all that out of town traffic.
Oh, it's nuts, right?
It's nuts because people don't know what they're doing, and
Yeah.
some of them aren't exactly sober.
Yeah.
I know sometimes in the past I've heard stories of students showing up where they aren't sober.
Oh, no.
Just a little too much to drink, and by the time their morning class is starting,
It hasn't gone out of them yet.
hasn't gone out of them yet. So
man.
that was the thing. It was just, why don't we just take it off?
Yeah.
And that way students are safe and we get a little break as well, right? Because the team hits it hard as soon as the season rolls around, and they used to start mid-March, right?
Yeah. It's been a little tough last couple of years to start mid-March.
Yeah, it was tough last year to start even first week of April.
Right?
Minus 15.
Brutal year.
Welcome to Calgary.
Yeah. Remember back when I used to teach, we went from March to October, and we were running like 8 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, and 7 days a week. And it was, God. So you guys deserve a break.
Yeah, they definitely do.
How was the motorcycle show?
It was good.
Yeah.
I wasn't there as much because we got the puppy.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So-
Tell me about your puppy.
She's so sweet.
She's adorable. Oh, my goodness.
She's the prettiest little thing, and well, I guess not so little anymore.
Right.
But just sweet.
Right. What kind of, so for the people that don't know,
Oh, right.
tell us about your fuzzy daughter.
She is a yellow lab born in October. We got her because I do a lot of work at home, and quite a bit of the time I forget to leave my desk. So she's there to remind me to take breaks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and she's just got a really sweet temperament, and always just so loving and really gentle, loves the kids, loves everybody.
Yeah.
Always looking for belly rubs.
Yeah. Oh, labs are such great dogs.
We named her Ray. Everybody wonders if it's like Ray, like the sunshine, because she's golden, but it's actually Ray after Star Wars because
Nice.
we're a bunch of geeks. But, yeah.
That's awesome. How big is she now?
She's 43 pounds is the last time I
Wow.
weighed
So
her.
she's hitting,
yeah.
getting out of puppy and into.
She's 5.5 months old.
Okay.
So
Still got a little bit of growing to do. Mm-hmm. That's great. And have you taken her to dog training, or do you work with her regularly?
we worked with her since the first day we got her.
Yeah.
Looking to put her into puppy training. Just the
Nice.
season started, and
Yeah.
it's a little crazy, and
Right.
all these things that are happening at the same time. So
Yeah.
we're just hoping that maybe, next month we can get her into something. Or,
Oh, that's great. I'll do a plug for Dogma. Megan, who runs Dogma, is a good friend of the show, and
Okay.
they've got a great facility as well. So
Awesome.
I'll give a little plug out. Go check her out because they're amazing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I
will.
almost adopted a little dog there because they sometimes have rescues, and I've got a soft spot for rescues.
Yeah.
But yeah, check that out. After your season, Are you going to go on vacation? Like vacation? And if so, where do you guys like to go?
Vacation. That's a good question. Well, actually, as you're asking about the Stampede, usually we do a trip every year to Nakusp with a whole bunch of students and friends. But this year, we're actually going to just take ourselves down, I think, to Hurricane Ridge.
Oh.
Just for a few days.
Nice.
Well, we'll go across BC for a bit and then make our way down there. Just a little vacation there.
Nice.
I think in the off season, after we wrap up, then we're going to go back down to Arizona.
Yeah.
It'll be a vacation / kind of work trip, just because Trev does have to go down there and do his third C for his Yamaha Champ School certification, right? So,
awesome. Man, that's so cool. And what a great job. Oh, I got to go to work.
Yeah. He always says he doesn't have to go to work. He gets to go to work.
Yeah.
Right? Because he gets to go out and ride bikes and teach people and share that passion of riding. And
it's awesome.
It's not exactly work.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, sure, he has to brave the weather, and sometimes, the team does stand out there and it's pouring all day. And I used to wonder, how is it that you guys are still in a good mood by the end of the day?
Because you're riding a motorcycle?
Or even when they're not riding that day.
Because you're teaching motorcycles?
Yeah, it's just, they're seeing, it's that immediate reward.
Yeah.
Right? So
let me ask you. I mean, I love those guys. I love your, Trevor, and I love the team. But what about you? Have you ever thought about becoming an instructor or doing some training? Like, what's your plan? What's the future of LAN Chi?
The future of LAN Chi, that's a good question. So I have helped out with some of the refresher courses.
Yeah.
And I have thought about getting licensed.
Yeah.
The thing is the time.
Right.
Because I have to be able to take time out to go and write the exam and do the road tests and do the lot skills.
Yeah.
And that's something right now during the season, I'm so busy with everything else that I haven't had time. Last year I thought, okay, maybe I can squeeze it in somewhere, but it just didn't pan out.
You guys are so popular. Right? Like, I mean, that's got to be, it's got to be a bit of a blessing and a curse, because once the season, like even before the season starts, I'm sure you guys are already fielding calls. The motorcycle show's got to be a good thing for you guys to get the word out. You guys have been around for so long, and you have so many advocates out there that are saying you got to go to Too Cool. Want to ride? Go to Too Cool.
Yeah. I get a lot of calls where it's, okay, my family says I have to go to you guys.
Right.
Even people who say, my insurance company told me that I have to call you and do a course.
Yeah.
So it's, it's great. And sometimes I get people who call about, let us market your business. And I don't, I have to tell them, well, thanks, but I don't need it right now.
Well,
it's not because I'm trying to say, I don't need anything, but I can't even keep up. Right now with people. And, for the start of the season, it's packed full that the phone's ringing, the emails are going off, and I'm only one person.
I'm only one. And I mean that it says so much about what you guys do, right? Because if you, you're, I think your website is toocoolmotorcycleschool.com, which is one of the longest domain names on the planet.
Which is why you can also do toocoolrides.ca.
Yeah. But I mean, the simple fact is that, it's been going on long enough, and there's generations now of people that have gone through, right? Their kids are now going through. My eldest son went through as well. So
we have grandkids going through now.
Oh my God, really? Yeah. Crazy. Isn't that? Oh, that's so fun.
And the best part is when we have families come through and they do the class together. Yeah. It's so fun. And sometimes we get husband and wives and kind of pit them against each other a little bit in a joking way. Oh, look, it looks like she's kind of doing better than you over there. And it's all about the humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of the students come out and they're really nervous. And the thing is, we want to push that safety message, but at the same time,
It's got to be fun.
yeah, it has to be fun. Otherwise, everybody's just standing there and nobody will have nails left. Well, I guess it'd be the tips of our gloves, but
That's right.
you know. So.
Yeah, fingerless gloves.
I always tell people it's going to be an emotional roller coaster.
Oh, it is so great.
Because it's not like any other thing that you sign up for. You know, you can do things. Okay, painting class, here's this and that.
Right.
You might get frustrated because you spill your paint or the water or whatnot. But here it's just, you know, so it's emotionally taxing. It's mentally in terms of trying to figure out what you're doing and processing the steps, and then physically
It's so
doing it,
different than driving a car, right? Because you know, your hand's doing one thing, your left hand's doing the other thing, your left foot's doing this thing, your butt's sliding over that side, your right foot's
and then just trying to understand, like, even for example, the push steering.
Right.
Most people are like, I want to go right, but I have to what? You know, it's just
I push right to go right, push left. What? That no.
Hold on. That's not how it works in a car.
That's
you know,
right.
so and because you think about it, push it in this way, and well, now my tire's facing in the opposite direction that I want to go in, and so it just confuses people in trying to get past something that just really doesn't make sense.
Right, until you do it, and then once you do it, it's like, that's
the thing is getting them to that point where they say, oh, okay, I got this.
Physics,
right.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
Awesome. I love your socks, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Those are absolutely amazing.
Penguins, it's got little lips.
Yeah.
I got some Superman ones too, but Trevor tells me that they look like Chinese Superman.
What's wrong with Chinese Superman?
Nothing. He just makes fun of me. He's like, your Superman looks Chinese. I'm like, they're Asian socks. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. That's awesome. Outside, so motorcycle operations manager, mom by day, mom by night with twins.
Yes.
That are up to all sorts of kid sort of things. They're into. It's the best way to put this. Their kids are crazy.
Kids are crazy.
Kids are crazy, and so that's got to be a handful.
Especially teenagers when they're starting to realize, oh wait, I can start making decisions and you know, beyond what toy I'm playing with and whatnot, and then they realize that they can actually form an opinion and try to throw it against yours.
Right. Yeah. Testing their boundaries.
Yes.
So that's got to be fun.
It is fun. Sometimes not so fun, especially when it comes to homework.
Yeah.
What is it with kids and homework? Just get it done and over with, right?
Yeah.
But my two just hate it, and it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
But other than that, they're good kids, and they even have an interest in motorcycles.
Oh yeah.
So
that's good.
It's a little bit of a bargaining chip with them.
And do they get out riding? Like, do they get out to a lot to?
We took them out to the Wild Rose Motocross Park.
Oh, right on.
And they would ride there on the dirt days
that
Trev was out there.
Oh, that's great.
It's just tough for, you know, when Trevor's working all the time. So there's select Fridays that they can come out.
Yeah.
And we haven't ridden, you know, any of the street bikes, of course.
Yeah.
And just like their mom, they are tiny. So they can fit a Grom, though.
Yeah.
They've just reached that point.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
So fun. Everybody loves those things.
Yeah.
They're so small,
yeah.
But we always find the biggest guys will be the most excited to try them out.
Yeah.
I even have a video of one student he got on it and I could hear him giggling from where I was standing. I'm about 3 meters away.
Yeah.
And he's giggling inside his helmet, chilled down.
Too funny.
And I could just hear it. And then as soon as they let them go, he was just howling in his helmet.
Oh my God.
Across the lot. So yeah.
That's wicked.
They're the best bikes because they're so maneuverable.
Yeah.
And they're great to learn on too. So
yeah. Oh, that's so cool. How fun is that?
Everybody should have one.
Right? Or a couple.
Just Grom Squad.
Right. Grom Squad.
You should come out and ride one with us, actually.
Okay, I will. Twist my arm. Tell me when and where I'll be there.
rubber arm.
Yeah.
I think on the 19th we might be doing a family ride. No, 19th, 16th, or 20th.
Let me know.
One of these days.
One of these days, let me know, and I'll come out and Grom
Middle
Squad,
of
and
the
I'll do
month.
some filming too.
Sweet.
We'll film it up because that'd be so fun.
Because I think we have 7 or 6 now.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You guys are a Grom Squad. Awesome. So we talked about your mom day job. We talked about briefly about being a mom. What do you do for LAN Chi?
What do I do for me? Oh boy. Right now I don't have a whole lot of time to do anything for LAN Chi. But so any other time it's basically at the end of the night I'll scroll through just social media, see what everybody's up to.
Yeah.
Catch up on things. Part of it too is just to answer school stuff as well.
Gotcha.
Just any comments. So, it's not really on my thing. But I do like at the end of the day to just unwind.
Yeah.
I'll make Trev watch some chick flick or something.
Ah, nice. Like what?
Just to,
What's a favorite?
well, actually, if we're talking movies,
Yeah.
he will. He has no problem watching chick flicks,
Nice.
but he even what is it? 50 First Dates
Oh, sure.
is a big one that
Adam Sandler. And,
yeah, because we watched that
Oh my God, it's so funny.
when our relationship started out.
Really?
Actually, so it was right in the middle of it is when
Drew Barrymore and
yeah. So we were just hanging out watching the movie, and I didn't think anything, and
yeah.
and then he just kind of opened his mouth and said, "So, just wondering, can I start calling you my girlfriend?"
What?
So yeah. And that was at a time where I had already said, okay, I don't want a relationship.
Yeah.
Just
Settle down.
yeah. But then, by that time I had hung out with him enough and I saw how he was the same person, whether he was around me or anybody else. And,
How important is
and
that?
that's the thing, right? There wasn't this facade of I'm an amazing, nice person, but
Yeah.
I'm really an ass, right?
Right.
So, I thought about it, and because I thought too long, and that's the thing that I have about my long silence
Yeah.
is that it freaks him out. And so he said, "You know what? You don't have to think about it right now. It's all good. I just thought I'd bring that up." And
Yeah.
and I just said, "No, we can give it a shot and see where it goes." Right?
Wow.
So. And that whole long silence pause that I do led into the engagement thing as well. And he thought he had to jump out of the helicopter. It's like, she's not responding to me.
That's right. Yeah, that's a story.
Yeah, so he likes to tell people. She likes to just make me wait. But
That's awesome. Good for you.
thanks. But yeah, little shows. Like right now we got into, because a friend of ours told us to watch a show called The Fosters.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of it.
It's an interesting show because it brings up a lot of topics like foster care.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it is down in the States, but foster care and gender equality and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And we started watching it, and so these foster kids, they go through all these things. And at one point, Trev's just, if she's gonna start doing this next, then I'm done. So he would say that every episode, and sure enough, she would do it, but he would continue to watch it with me, right? It was just so much drama
Yeah.
about all these kids trying to fight for, fight the good fight. And
Yeah.
now there's a spin-off of Good Trouble, and where 2 of them are grown up, and that's, I don't know. It's the one show, that and Grey's Anatomy. I know that the medical shows aren't exactly accurate, but
Right.
I don't know. It's just a little drama, and
Yeah.
he puts up with it and watches it with me.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, I mean, I hope at some point that we can get things settled, and maybe I'll let somebody else kind of take care of some of the things that I do, and
Right.
then I can spend time to do other things.
That'd be nice.
Because I used to paint,
Oh, nice.
right? So and do some sewing, and
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Got to get back to painting.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of. But it's been a long time. I like doing artsy fartsy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. Well, I love the trajectory because, you guys are doing great. The school's doing well. The students that are coming out are fantastic. You don't have to worry too much about marketing. You do have to deal with the day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
But you can start looking for ways to, offset that a little and get back to painting.
Although Trevor keeps adding to what we do, right? So,
right.
Like the tour.
The tour. Yeah.
Yes. The tour. And now he's doing the 3C coaching. And hopefully we can do advanced school once the track opens. So,
Trevor, if you're listening to this episode, and you better be, you should talk to me about me taking over your tours on Vancouver Island.
Oh.
So I could take a load off of you guys.
Are you wanting to move there?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. My family's out there. Mm-hmm. And it's the island. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love the island?
Yes. One of our friends is trying to convince us to move there. She's actually slowly, she's got a master plan that all of her friends are going to wear climb gear.
Yeah.
Ride BMWs and live on the island.
I like this friend of yours.
That's her retirement plan.
I like it.
She's like, I got to collect the people that I like and bring them here because when I retire, then I need these people to go ride with.
Yeah, you need tribe. Yeah. And what a great island to go riding on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sandra, Mike would like to join your little crew.
Yeah, we should meet and talk about your master plan because it sounds like something I'd be totally down for. That's great. Well, this has been a ton of fun. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And
thank you for having me.
Yeah, and sharing your rebellious nature. I love it.
It's got it makes me happy.
Yeah.
Based on, I think Too Cool's just, who knew? I came out there just to learn how to ride and do something for myself. And now I'm able to take that and, do for others and let them feel what I feel. And
I love it.
That's the reward for me. And that's my fuel to keep going. So.
Well, you're amazing. Keep that shit up.
Oh, thanks. Try my best.
Hey Rebels, thanks for listening. Coming up next episode, I talked with Christopher Hunt of the Black Radish Theatre Company. It's a new company and their debut show, Waiting for Godot, opens April 26th at the Grand here in Calgary. You can support our show, the Rebel Rebel Podcast, by listening and subscribing on Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Radio FM, and, everywhere that you get your favorite podcasts. Thanks, Rebels and Rebels in Waiting. And hey, Rebels in Waiting, what the hell are you waiting for? Get on it. Until next time.